Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. This is a transmission off a Supa Swift, I think that's right, Supa Swift mower, so it's a drive transmission. So I thought I'd show you what I'm up to. The mower drives this off a pulley which spins the worm gear, thus in turn turns the drive, which is a clutch system in here, and there's a lever in here that actuates the clutch. There's a couple bearings, and then it sends it down the shaft to this drive, which chain drive down to the rear wheels. I thought I'd just show you the bearings that I've got. For it, I tried to replace all of them except for the top one. I couldn't get it out. I ended up bending my cheap Chinese eBay special bearing removal tool. So you can see that I've bent it. Gave it a really good whack with a slide hammer, but it didn't work. So this is a trial. See what's happened with this is there's a bearing that sits in here, and that's what's left of it. And then behind that there's a double seal with an odd. This was 19 and 12 mil, so 19 on the outside, 12 on the middle. Anyway, so it chewed all the back of this up and dropped it all in there. So I went and sourced 2 standard seals. Sourced 2 seals, and then just going to put those on there and sit it in there. I had to getting this crush pin out of here was extremely difficult because it was round at the top and you couldn't tell whether it was. So after a lot of trying, eventually got that off, cleaned it all up, replaced this bearing, this one, and this one. So the order that it goes in from here across is a bearing sits in here, whatever these things are called again, I don't know. Then there's a pin that goes through the shaft here which holds the clutch in, and it has a recess there. Now on the other side it's a star system, so you push it through and rotate it. You can see it's concaved. Anyway, so there's the inner bearing. It's rounded on the inside so that these 2 concave bits sit in there and they generate the clutch system. So from the sprocket, there's another little pin that goes in the recess here. It's the same as this one here, but it acts different. It slides on that. There's a little fine washer, then this washer, which is one of the big ones, a bearing, and then this actuator, then this bearing, then a washer, then a circlip, something. Circlip, then a washer, then another bearing and 2 seals, then the drive sprocket with the crush pin. I'll put it all together and I'll come back where it's all together. So I'll have to I'm going to put black Celastic around this because it's the transmission's non-pressurized, so it's only I'm going to put transmission oil in there. So ATF3, I think. We'll see how that goes because I have a wet clutch. So I want to try it. The actual housing of itself looks like So your shaft will come out here with your sprocket. So the sprocket's there. There's an actuator arm on top here, which goes to your cable to your handlebars on your mower. So this here rotates this shaft in there, which actuates the clutch either side. So once it's together, you'll see what I mean. And there's a bearing in there. That's the one I couldn't get out. I'm just going to run it, see how long it lasts. And this bearing in here was good, so alright, I'll put it all back together, get it ready for sealing. Right, so I've put this all together the way I believe it's going to work. So I've cleaned up all my surfaces around here. So if I rotate the shaft, this doesn't move. I'm not sure which direction this is supposed to go actually. Probably, anyway. So then, as far as I gather, this lever sits in there. So the small end into the top. Anyway, you get the gist, so I won't fiddle around with it in front of you. So this lever here, when you pull the handlebars, this lever will come across, which slides the cog across and joins the clutch system together. So if I rotate this, you notice this eyelet here where the cog would be. Put that there, see how it goes. And then when you actuate this across, it should make that cog start working. So you can vary so it's basically like a clutch in reverse, like on a car, something like that. So that gives some pretty good, it does bind up quite well, so I'm pretty sure that's the right order through here. I couldn't find anything on the net about these because this whole unit's got no numbers or stamps or anything on it. It's cheap Chinese deck with a Honda mower. Yeah, I figured, well, because it's got metal bearings, I might as well try and save it. So far, so good. I think the thing will be sealing it. So I've lubricated all this in here just with a bit of lubricant for now. I'll pull it out, put my elastic around and put it together. I'll try and test fit this first so it's in the right position, that keyway. Let's make sure that keyway's in line. I think it's going to be a game of feel it. Oh, there we go. So that there, and that's now stay solid, and that'll get the lever on that. There's a whole stack of bolts to go all the way around this, so I don't know what else I could show you just to give you an idea. This key in here seems to be stuck in there. I haven't really played with it because the bearing in there is alright. Anyway, so it sits in the mower that way. So if you're that way, so if you're pushing the mower that way, sits in there. So your cable comes in through here. There's a lever, actuator lever here with a spring. I'll put it all together and we'll put it in the mower and see if it works. Right, so this is the Supa Swift commercial Chinese deck Honda mower that I have had a go at the transmission. It's brilliant motor on top, love it. The transmission is in here, so it's I'll fire it up, see how it runs. The flatmate's already been having a go at it, and then under here there's a pulley system, so I'll set you up somewhere and we'll see if how well it goes. Well, I reckon that's the fix. I had fun playing with that. Anyway, this is all entertainment purposes and does not take your personal situation into account, so if you fix it yourself, it's on you. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, see you on the next one.